My mom died when I was 3. My dad left the day after my 5th birthday.
Hello everybody, I'm cocoacosmos and I watched this movie the other day. It upset me, so now y'all have to hear about it unfortunately. From beginning to end, it just didn't sit right. Let's talk about it. So we open with Queen Latifah's character Leslie getting her day started and heading to work in her raggedy vehicle. Richard Webber is her dad in this too, apparently. She's a physical therapist. After that, she heads to her blind date. 2, 3. Hell no, there's gotta be a better way. This is her date. You know, rewatching these movies from my childhood is kinda funny because I did not know this man was in everything, but at the same time, he looked real familiar before I saw him in The Boys. Things go pretty well, they have all the important convos up front, then he hits her with the "it's not you, it's me," and she's tired. This is Leslie's godsister Morgan that lives with her. They talk about the date and about how yet another guy saw her as the homie. This will be a major theme. Then Morgan shows off her vision board. The convo pivots to her talking about how she wants to marry rich, specifically a ball player.
These NBA players' wives, one's got a fragrance, the other has a clothing line coming out.
Now, I don't like using the term gold digger, but... New day! Leslie pops out all ready for the basketball game they're planning on going to, and her mom comments that she's not gonna find a man looking like that. It hurts, man. It hurts. Her dad is in the kitchen trying to fix her sink instead of paying a plumber to do it. You know, dad stuff. Then we see Morgan, as feminine as ever. Like Leslie should be. She's going to the game dressed like a wedding guest. I mean, more power to her, but I just think of the discomfort factor. Basketball. This is Scott McKnight. Very significant character because the announcer says his name a bunch of times. She's deep in enemy territory cheering for her team regardless. While Leslie watches the game, Morgan is scoping out her future social group.
Hello? Oh, it's President Obama. He wants to spend some money on defense.
If it wasn't already, consider this movie dated. And that's the game. The Nets win and Morgan is just happy to be here. Morgan's friends catch up with them and let them know that Scott McKnight is throwing a birthday party at his house. Of course, this is Morgan's first step towards her rich, soft life. She leaves with her friends, and coincidentally, Leslie runs into Scott at the gas station. He couldn't figure out how to get to his gas cap, and Leslie so graciously helps him. They do a little chit-chat and find out they got a few things in common. This scene kinda had me blushing, I ain't gonna lie. You can just feel the chemistry, I don't know. He even offers to open up her raggedy-ass door for her, then invites her to the birthday party personally. So cute. Next morning, Leslie and Morgan gush about Leslie's run-in with Scott, saying how amazing and sweet he is. I think you can tell where this is going. Morgan asks if she has feelings for him. Leslie says absolutely not, she likes regular dudes. Then they're doing their makeup and Leslie's mom comes in, talking about finding a husband and whatnot. Then she whips out some gorgeous earrings and tells a story behind them. They were Leslie's grandmas and real man grabbers. But since Leslie doesn't seem like the girly type, she gives them to Morgan instead. Holy shit, bro, it hurts! They're all gussied up and about to head out when her dad lends her his way nicer car. Party time. Blah blah blah, birthday speech. Leslie and Morgan split up, with Morgan wandering and Scott meeting up with Leslie. More shy conversation. Basically showing how down to earth they both are. Then here comes trouble. Morgan starts laying it on real thick, trying to act like she don't know who this man is, and saying she does volunteer work. Why does this work? This is where things get a little sensitive. Her dad asks how the party went, and she says that she's just used to getting passed over and that she's not exactly getting any younger. What are her chances of finding someone? I hate this, bro. So now we need some comic relief with her yanking her doorknob off. She also bought a raggedy house, so that's why her dad is here doing all the fixing. As Leslie heads out, Scott pulls up looking for Morgan. Leslie's dad gets a bit too excited. While waiting for Morgan to come down, Scott says the paint smell is a bit strong, so Leslie tries to open a window. Oh geez. Morgan is panicking because she looks kinda rough and needs to find the perfect outfit. More small talk. Girl, what? Anywho, she does the whole routine of playing coy and ends up with a dinner date. Cue having a famous boyfriend montage. She's living out her dream life, just like she wanted. The power of manifesting, I guess.
The only way I'm gonna see you is for like 3 months.
This happened in 3 months? It had to have been longer.
Scott hates weaves.
Well, that's different.
Don't let any man tell you how to do your hair. Morgan takes Leslie on a grand tour of her and Scott's home. Morgan says she's changed a lot since meeting Scott, but he makes her a better person somehow.
A lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Party speech, wait a minute. Engagement speech? His mom is not going for that. They have a talk and she makes sure that he's sure about this whole thing. They haven't known each other long. He says that Morgan is different and he tells her not to worry. All-star game time. Wait a minute. Is that John Legend? Damn!
Generally, guys don't get up from injuries like this. I hate to say it, it doesn't look like he's gonna get up.
These announcers are very unhelpful. Torn his PCL, one of those career-ending injuries. The only thing that can help now is intense rehabilitation. Scott's manager has already hired a physical therapist for him, and she is the best of the best.
Oh no, he's hot!
Morgan said absolutely not, and basically hired Leslie instead. Scott gets scolded immediately because he's doing everything wrong. Scott's mom walks in and is immediately impressed with the depth of Leslie's knowledge on Scott's stats. She likes her even more when she says that she could probably beat her at bid whist. Full disclaimer, I had no idea what bid whist was or that it even existed. He's taking physical therapy a little hard and Morgan is incredibly concerned looking. Morgan meets Leslie and her friend Paul for lunch. She's refusing to give up the lifestyle that she's used to. That's pretty clear. And she's super insensitive about Scott's injury. Scott's friend comes to check on him, but also tries to let him know that rumors are starting to circulate. He might be getting kicked off his team. He denies it, then playful banter between friends ensue. Next physical therapy session, Scott can't get a hold of Morgan and the TV people are talking terribly about him, basically saying his life is over. He's shaken by it, of course. Then, as if things can't get any worse, Morgan left him and gave back the ring. His mom feels vindicated, but also tells Leslie she has to leave too. Leslie is pissed. Morgan doesn't give a damn.
Because I want to be somebody, okay?
Morgan's identity seems to be tied to who she's associated with or who she's dating. Leslie goes back to Scott to apologize for Morgan's behavior, but he's not trying to hear it. Just wants her to do her job. Unfortunately, he's too depressed to eat or even move too much. Leslie's had enough of the wallowing and gives him a nice ice shower as incentive to get up. They climb into the hoopty and set off to the community basketball court. Also happens to be where he played ball as a kid. The kids spot him and are immediately starstruck. This is the encouragement he needed. Physical therapy montage. During his training, Scott compliments Leslie's skills and asks why won't she take him to the NBA. She makes a joke about being around hot guys and Scott didn't like that too much. More getting to know each other. She tells the story behind her car and why she won't get it fixed. It was her grandma's and it has a dent just like how her granddad had a dimple. Then they go for a walk, get a bit of food, and play some cards. Bro, I swear I'm like the last black person on earth that doesn't know how to play spades. Then, unfortunately, this man starts showering her in compliments and asks how she's still single. She also starts sneezing a little, which turns out to be a cold. He's feeding her soup. Come on, bro. Look at this. She's been taking care of him, and now it's time he took care of her. The sports people watch him play a little to see if he can get back in the game or not. But never mind that. Scott plays piano. They do a little bonding, and then the serious convo comes up. What if his knee fails him in the next game? What would he be? She reassures him that he'll always be Scott McKnight. Then they eat cookie sandwiches. Kiss! Please! Kiss! I'm not one for rom-coms usually, but I would eat a couple like this up because it feels natural and genuine. The connection is growing organically throughout the story. Game time. Scott is getting scored on real bad by Dwayne Wade. Then his knee kind of starts bothering him. It's not looking good. Leslie gives him a pep talk that changes his mindset. He even dunked. He shoots for a 3 and they win by 1. Hooray, they're going to the finals. He's back, baby. Scott wants to thank Leslie properly for all of her hard work and asks her to dinner. She's gorgeous. They go out to a jazz club and have a good time. Then comes the main surprise. Scott got her Mustang fixed and even kept the dimple. Has all of the latest, for 2010, technology, and he asks nothing in return. Then they share a kiss and a little more. Breakfast in bed. Leslie is getting the life and the man she deserves, finally. She's so happy. Until Morgan shows up. She wants to talk to Scott. Because of course she does. Bro, she gives him the old, I never had parents to teach me how to love, that's why I left. I know this is written, but you literally could not write it better. Scott tells her to leave, but he also says that he needs time to think. Leslie starts packing all her things to get going and actually listens to the nonsense of him friend-zoning her after doing the devil's tango the night before. Leslie is better than me because I would have sold Morgan out then left. He broke her heart, dude. Leslie starts stress painting and her dad tries to get her to talk about it, but instead just helps her out when she says no. She's talking to her work friends about her next steps in her career. She's decided to be an athletic trainer for the NBA. Morgan and Scott get back together apparently. It's pretty clear she's trying to burn a hole in his wallet. Scott is starting to see her for what she is. She's trying to flip it on him, but he's not having it. Also, Morgan hates his piano playing. Meanwhile, Leslie's getting calls left and right with job offers from different teams. Her mom is trying to figure out why she would want to move away and hits the sore spot. Scott speaks so fondly about Leslie during an interview. Not just professionally, but personally. You can feel it. Then he runs off to go catch Leslie. Apparently, Morgan is fine with this? He surprises her while she's walking out after the meeting with the 76ers band. Leslie lays into him, saying she's not going to be his plan B, as she should. How are you going to toss aside someone who cared for and about you for somebody that just wants your money and the title of basketball wife, and then beg them back when it doesn't work out? Please be serious.
I know you love me. I know those feelings didn't conveniently fade away because you're mad at me.
Oh, he thinks he's just so smart. He's putting it all out there and she makes a call. She accepts the offer for Scott's team. They're in love, yay! They even get married. His team may have lost that game, but he wins by having her by his side. I hate the trope of the tomboy getting passed over for someone more feminine, especially when the tomboy has a way better connection with the main love interest. It's just bothersome. It'd be one thing if the main love interest wasn't attracted to the tomboy whatsoever, but to recount all the amazing things about her and even sleep with her, then go running back to the girl that was playing you and left you at your lowest? She didn't even take sickness and in health seriously while they were engaged, and you got possible marriage still on the table? And how is Morgan okay with him running off and being with Leslie instead? I get it was basically just a walking ATM to her, but still. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Cocoa Cosmos out.